If you don't know how to make brown butter, it's a really great way to enrich almost anything and make anything taste good. You can use brown butter, stir in a little bit of powdered sugar, and make an incredible caramel flavored frosting. You can toss brown butter with vegetables, and it adds just like this nutty, salty deliciousness that you just can't get with regular butter. It's great on butternut squash. I like to toss it with Brussels sprouts, and it makes even people who are kind of suspicious of Brussels sprouts go, hey, this is pretty good. And so I'm going to show you how to do it. It's also a great sauce for fish, and so you can just pour a little brown butter over a very simply prepared piece of fish, and of course it ups the calorie content, but because the milk proteins in the butter have been toasted a little bit, it's so flavorful that you don't need a ton of it. So I'm going to show you how to make brown butter. Super easy. You just want to heat up a pan and drop in, I have about half a stick of butter cut up here, and you want to cut it into pieces because you want it all to melt evenly, and you don't want just a big chunk of butter still unmelted in the center while everything else is browning. And you just want to let the butter start to melt, and it's important with making brown butter that you stay next to the pan, you don't walk away from it. It's very easy to go from brown to burn. Okay, my butter is melted and it's starting to foam, and you can hear it sizzling a little bit, and around the edges it's already starting to get some color. And the thing about browning butter is that you'll have this layer of foam on the top that looks white, and you'll think, oh, it's not browned yet, but underneath it really is browning. So you want to keep swirling the pan and checking the color. And you want to make sure you don't flip the fat into the flame, because then you'll have a fire. And if you keep it moving, it also helps it brown a little more evenly. Already I'm almost to the point where I'm ready to start the heat. And you can smell this sweet sort of nutty smell, and that's the butter reaching that toasty point. And I want to show you really quickly, I'm just going to pull it off the heat for a second while I talk to you. I'm going to show you really quickly a really quick vegetable dish you can do with brown butter. Great for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or for any holiday or any winter sort of meal. And it's Brussels sprouts, and a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts, but this is actually, using brown butter might make a fan out of you. I have about a pound of Brussels sprouts that I've cut in half and I've already steamed, and I'm just going to throw my brown butter back onto the heat really quickly and dump in my Brussels sprouts. And I just want to warm them up and coat them in the brown butter, and it's going to take just a second. I don't want them to spend too much time in there because I don't want the butter to burn. And I'm going to throw in about half a cup of crushed, well, coarsely chopped toasted pecans. I'm going to turn off the heat. Sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. I used salted butter, so you don't want too much, but a little extra salt will help the nuttiness come out in the Brussels sprouts. And a quick grind of pepper. And you've got a delicious and decadent side dish.